What's up, guys? It's Friday and it's time for the weekly live evaluation. We are running late because life happened to me. Hold that thought. I thought I was able to very quickly run down to the store and get some bananas, but then I got stuck in a broken register with the cashier. Very nice cashier though, so we had the opportunity to have a nice conversation, practicing some social skills. However, it delayed this stream, but right now we are starting and I am looking pale as I'm not gonna curse because YouTube doesn't like when I'm cursing. But boy, do I look pale. Seriously? Okay. Anyways, it's Friday and we will be doing a weekly live evaluation here. Yeah, I also said I wrote Q and Q. What's that? Question and question. Question and answer. Let's change that headline. Question and answer plus weekly evaluation. That's what I named this live stream. And the idea is like I'm gonna have a little slight change in the focus of this channel. Perhaps more going back to the old thing. But that will also mean less focus on me. So I want this thing, the stream, to be more of a interaction between you and me. So the questions that will pop up throughout the week, I will address them in the live stream, perhaps also in the comments. But in the live stream, I will be talking about the questions you might have. But also if there are any questions that will pop up during the live stream, we will get to them. First off, I need to make sure that we get audio because I have missed that detail before. Let's see, do we get audio? I can't hear myself. Whoa, we got audio. Isn't that a beauty? Live evaluation Fridays also means tea time with Alex. Today we have a chamomile tea, usually a night kind of thing, but it's also a morning kind of thing for me. So cheers and let's get started. So this video right now, we are gonna briefly walk through the week. The challenge was to read one book. I challenge you to do that, a book within personal development, because that has the possibility to change so much. And boy, did that happen to me this week. Just having insights, reflections, making yourself put up questions. Usually books dare you to ask yourself questions, and when we answer questions, then we open doors to new what do you say, it could be a new chapter in life if we really get down to answer that hard question. But so we are going to be talking a little bit about this book I read, Your One Word by Evan Carmichael. Truly great book. And also we are gonna address how that made me realize what the future of this channel is gonna look like. Damn, I look so pale in the video. Seriously? I need to get some suntan. Then we will be talking about a fail that happened because I did also put up a Facing Fear challenge this week. I was gonna go up on stage and talk about equality. Yeah. The fail, we'll address that later. And then that will be the end of it, unless you have a question for me. So let's get to it. Evan Carmichael's Your One Word, that's the book I was reading, and basically it's about finding your true essence. Now I'm not gonna go so much into the details of that today because I want to keep it short. I am, however, gonna do a more direct video where I kind of review the book. Hopefully that video will be posted next Tuesday. That's at least how my schedule looks right now. But the basic gist of the book, it's about finding your core essence. It's about looking at yourself, what you like to do, what you not like to do, and make it all condensed down to your one word. That one word that will drive you to life. That one word that it just describes you so well, and it's how you should put yourself out there. Now, to be frank, I didn't know what to expect when I started to read this book, and I actually got the question if I wanted to review the book. So I'm like, yeah, that could be nice. So I entered this whole book with like kind of low expectations, but boy, right now I feel like this book, it's gonna be one of these weeks when I look back at and say, yeah, that's when it really changed things. Because I'm gonna come down to what I condense it down to, because that's how the future of the channel is gonna play out. After a lot of thinking, after a lot of messing around with my head, after a lot of biking, because these processes, these thoughts were processed on my bike rides to my work. I've been biking for 6 or 7 hours this week. My ass is so sore. You have no idea. Anyways, the one word that is me, that is what this channel is all about. It's freedom. Freedom to be yourself, freedom to do whatever you want to do, freedom to live the life that you want to live, the life that I want to live. Because looking back at my life, what I've been through, it's always been about that. I've always hustled, I've always had this tremendous drive to do things, like productivity all over the place, sometimes going all wrong about it, just being busy with being busy, because that felt like I was moving forward. But the end goal for me, a while it was like, oh yeah, I need to make all the money in the world. But it has always been freedom. That is what I have strived for, what I'm striving for. The freedom of waking up in the morning and not having to check into a boss of mine. I that's how I live my life now. I get a whole lot of joy and growth out of that, but it's not the end goal. I need my freedom. That's when you should feel truly alive. When you dictate the conditions of your life 100%. And that's what this channel is going to be about. And it is what it has been about to an even more extent perhaps a while back. Then I perhaps diversed a bit. Maybe this business theme this month has been not what it should have been. But we need to make wrong steps. We need to go in the wrong direction to realize that, yeah, that wasn't the right thing. But those moments make you ask yourself, what was the right thing? What should I have been doing? And I found that answer right now. I'm gonna go back to a path of facing fear challenges, doing self-esteem building videos, because that's what I've found. That's what I've realized is the key to living this life of freedom. If we develop our self-esteem and if we face our fears, then we have this framework, then we're just capable of being free in our mind. I mean, building self-esteem, that contains a whole lot of different things you can do, and it's a very broad topic. So that's why the stricter channel focus will be, the theme will be fears, facing those fears. But I will have a section of like perhaps a weekly self-esteem building tip. I have not clarified the strategy of how to move forward, but I am telling you, I do know that my purpose, my mission is to find freedom for myself and to help you guys, to help the world, to set yourself free. Freedom! And I'm so afraid that this sounds cliche and like, oh man, come on, give it a break, Alex. And I look so pale in that video. But seriously, I don't care, because that's my mission. I need to do this. I need to find a way to make good content that speaks to you, that speaks to people, that set them off on a path to set themselves free, to build their self-esteem, to face their fears. And I'm gonna make sure it's gonna be freaking awesome, because that's my quest, that's my mission, and I'm gonna enjoy the process of doing so. So it's gonna be a balance in when I say it's gonna be, I mean, in this channel, it's gonna be a balance between what just happened. Something went terribly wrong. It's gonna be a balance in facing fear challenges that I will put out to you, self-esteem building tips, and perhaps just a tiny bit of self-reflection on my own part. I'd like to have that more in a storytelling vlog episode, perhaps. Well, you'll see where this will lead. You'll see where this will lead. But this book, Your One Word, helped me do this. It helped me realize this. And I'm so thankful for that. Great, great book. And as I said, I will do a video on that. And I will also say that the book, the first part of the book, Finding Your One Word, that suits everyone. And then the second part is perhaps if you have more of a, if you are in need of having a strategy for how to brand yourself, how to brand your company or your YouTube channel. And in that sense, it really helped me too. But the first book is perhaps better if you're not into that right now. I mean, to me, being an entrepreneur, that's the end goal of freedom. I can't see it being, for me, it's the only option. That's what I'm going after. And that's the reflection I'm gonna do concerning the book and the future of the channel. I'm trying to find a balance. I've gotten some feedback and I don't want to be sharing too much of my own thoughts. I don't think it's that interesting. I'm so like up in my own head, narcissistic perhaps, that I think that every word I put out there is a God-given. No, that's not the case, and I need to get real on that. That's why this stream is going to be quite short. But before we close this down, I'm going to be telling you about the fail, that the thing that didn't happen. I said I had gotten the opportunity to go on stage and talk about equality, like in the context of the company I'm working for. We had like a student event, and they wanted some of us to come talk about that, our point of view on equality, share that with the students on stage. However, one man dropped off. He actually kind of had to leave the company, so that meant, because I was also gonna shoot this event, film it, make a video out of it, and the idea was that he could film while I was up on stage for a couple of minutes talking about that. But since that person disappeared, it didn't happen, so I couldn't do that thing. It was my facing fear challenge, and I failed on executing to some extent on external circumstances, but I should have made up, I should have compensated. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, or like in a few hours after some work. I am promising you, I promise that I will approach a cute girl today and flirt with her. I have been off that kind of activity. I mean, I want to meet a girl, but I haven't been talking to any girls lately. Today, right later, I will be approaching a girl, face some fears of mine, because now when you leave that momentum, when you don't do it in a while, you lose your edge. I'm gonna get back to my edge today. So I promise you, I'm gonna approach a girl later, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that's scary. I don't care what you say, that is scary. And that's the end of it. Since I don't have any questions to answer right now, and since I haven't really gotten any questions in the week, the business theme isn't really popular among you guys. Still, I am hoping that for next week's live stream I will be having some questions to address. So please let me know what kind of things we should discuss here, or questions you want my take on. With those words, I am raising my cup of chamomile tea, and I am wishing you a great weekend. See you in the next one, and that is Sunday for next week's challenge. I have no idea what it will be about. You'll just have to wait and find out. Ciao, guys. It's just so tasty. I thought, hold that thought. I thought I was able to very quickly run down to this